Welcome to Quartz Smart Investing. I'm Merrill Brown. Our guest today is Oden, Global Investment Strategist at JP Morgan Private Bank. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Merrill.
Put bond yields, energy prices, and war in the Middle East together, and we have a very challenging scenario. What do you make of the financial market prospects for October?
Well, actually, I think what we're seeing is the market is actually taking a Fed rate hike off the table. What we've seen is actually Fed fund futures actually come down a bit for the November hike. And I think some of that is due to the fact that we've had Fed officials come out and say that higher yields actually may work as a way of tightening credit financial conditions. And so what that's doing is sort of getting the market sort of prepared for the fact that we're going to likely pause from here but hold higher for longer. And we're starting to see yields fall a little bit because they typically do come down as we start to get into that pause phase. But I don't think the Fed is going to completely say they're done hiking, but I think we've seen the last of rate hikes going forward.
And what about the value, the meaning of the war in the Middle East?
Yeah, I think what we've seen is yields have come down a little bit. A bit of a risk-off scenario, what we saw happen somewhat after the announcement. Very tragic what's going on there. Energy prices jumped up a bit, but it seems like the market has rallied a little, some of it somewhat after. It's tough to say how this is all going to span out. Energy is very volatile in nature and having overall effect on headline CPI. We've seen core come down, and we'll get those core numbers coming out quite soon. Expectations for 4.1% for CPI on core inflation, and that's been trending down, for some time now. But energy having an impact on headline inflation, and in short-term in nature, we actually saw it bounce in August. However, recently has come down about 12%, but with the news and the headlines that come out, we did see a bit of an uptick. And we'll have to wait to see how that all plays out in the next couple months or so. But I don't think it's going to have the same impact that we saw in Russia and Ukraine. Very tragic what's going on over there, but I don't think it's going to have the same impact on energy prices that we saw last year.
Next, Oden on how you should look at balancing and managing your portfolio as the year winds down.